好，各位同学晚安。吃晚饭时间，我们先把《The Catcher in the Rye》后面的3页先来做一下就是导读的温车。然后呢，我先不做解释，等到我们空的时间，我再来做解释。我们现在单纯的就是练所谓的发音的训练，就是朗读的训练，这样子。好，很久没摸实体书了，我们来看一下实体书。我们34页念完了，好，现在应该要到第4章第35页，我们看一下实体书。很久没有摸了，来摸一摸实体书。这样子，34页完，我们准备35、36、37这样子，试着念念看。好，我们就准备开始。从对一下34页完毕 ，I have to admit it。好，从第4章开始。好，我们直接开始了。I didn't have anything special to do, so I went down to the can and chewed a rag with him while he was shaving. We were the only ones in the can, because everybody was still down at the game. It was hot as hell, and the windows were all steamy. There were about 10 washbowls, all right against the wall. Straight later had the middle one. I sat down on the one next to him and started turning the cold water on and off. This nervous habit I have. Straw-later kept whistling Song of India while he shaved. He had one of those very piercing whistles that are practically never in tune, and he always picked out some song that's hard to whistle, even if you're a good whistler, like Song of India or Slaughter on 10th Avenue. He could really mess a song up. You remember I said before that Ackley was a slob in his personal habits? Well, so was Straw-later, but in a different way. Straw-later was more of a secret slob. He always looked all right, Straw-later. But for instance, you should have seen the razor he shaved himself with. It was always rusty as hell and full of lather and hairs and crap. He never cleaned it or anything. He always looked good when he was finished fixing himself up. But he was a secret slob anyway. If you knew him the way I did, the reason he fixed himself up to look good was because he was madly in love with himself. He thought he was the handsomest guy in the Western Hemisphere. He was pretty handsome too, I'll admit it. But he was mostly the kind of a handsome guy that if your parents saw his picture in your yearbook, they'd right away say, "Here's this boy." I mean, he was mostly a yearbook kind of handsome guy. I knew a lot of guys at Pensy, I thought, were a lot handsomer than Straw-later, but they wouldn't look handsome if you saw them. If you saw their pictures in the yearbook, they look like they have big noses or their ears stuck out. I've had that experience frequently. Anyway, I was sitting on the washbowl next to where Straw-later was shaving, sort of turning the water on and off. Still had my red honey hat on, with a peek around to the back and all. Really got a bend out of the hat. "Hey," Straw-later said, "want to do me a big favor?" "What?" I said, not too enthusiastic. He was always asking you to do him a big favor. You take a very handsome guy, or a guy that thinks he's a real hot shot, and they're always asking you to do them a big favor. Just because they're crazy about themselves. They think you're crazy about them too, and that you're just dying to do them a favor. It's sort of funny in a way. "You're going out tonight," he said. I might not. I don't know. Why? I got about 100 pages to read for history for Monday, he said. How about writing a composition for me for English? I'll be up the creek if I don't get the goddamn thing in by Monday. The reason I ask, how about it? It was very ironical. It really was. I'm the one that's flunking out of the goddamn place and you're asking me to write you a goddamn composition, I said. Yeah, I know. The thing is, though, I'll be up the creek if I don't get it in. Be a body rule, okay? I didn't answer him right away. Suspense is good for some bastards like that later. What on, I said. Anything descriptive, a room or a house or something you once lived in or something, you know. Just as long as it's descriptive as hell. He gave out a big yawn while he said that, which is something that gives me a royal pain in the ass. I mean, if somebody yawns right while they're asking you to do them a goddamn favor, just don't do it too good is all, he said. That son of a bitch, Hassel, thinks you're a hotshot in English. And he knows you're my roommate, so I mean, don't stick all the commas and stuff in the right place. That's something else that gives me a royal pain. I mean, if you're good at writing compositions and somebody starts talking about commas, Slater was always doing that. He wanted you to think that the only reason he was lousy at writing compositions was because he stuck all the commas in the wrong place. 好，我们先到37页。那我是概略念一下啦，然后同学可以先观摩一下。当然有些地方卡卡的，我自己念的不好。那只是先做一个温车的观摩，一次3页，然后时间7分钟，让同学不会觉得好像内容太短，这样没有办法达到学习效果。然后等到我们下一次做空白空空的讲解那个导读的时间，我们再来重新再带同学念一遍。好，那我们今天的 The Catcher in the Rye 第4章的开始，我们就暂时告一段落到这个地方。感谢同学晚安。